Alright, so this is why I am choosing Python as my first programming language over JavaScript. So, for me, my goal as a programmer isn't just to, get a job. It's really to get, you know, the fundamentals and the core basics that I need, like, as a programmer, so that I'll be able to, build what I want to build. So JavaScript is good for that. It's really good for that, especially with Node.js. I know HTML, CSS, Get, SCSS, Bootstrap, stuff like that. I know like a lot of front end stuff. Besides JavaScript. But when I started to learn JavaScript, it was just a totally different experience for me, and it's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy it, but I think what I'm going to do is just learn Python because, I've always just wanted to learn Python anyways. And I figure once I pick up Python, and I believe it'll be a shorter amount of time to, pick it up and be able to start working with it. And once I pick it up, I'll be able to move on to, like some frameworks of Python like Django. And once I get to Django, like I already know Python, so now I'll be forced to pretty much learn JavaScript. So I'm gonna have to learn JavaScript regardless. So I've talked to like some other programmers. I was talking to I believe it was Real Tough Candy. I forget her real name, on Discord, and she was telling me that the reason she hadn't learned Python a while back already was because like she just didn't really have the time. So I figured, like, I think she was working with like PHP or JavaScript, one of the two, and I figured, dang, if like she's a professional and she's not finding, and she's working with technologies already, and she's not able to find the time to go ahead and learn Python, I don't want to be in my career already and trying to learn JavaScript and trying to learn what the career wants me to learn as well. I would rather already know Python on my own, have some projects built with it, do some things I want to be able to do with it, and just have that knowledge up there real quick. Not even if it's real quick, but just have it up there, and then be able to move on to another technology, such as JavaScript. So yeah, that's really what I want to do. Just pick up Python, move on to Django, and then once I'm ready to learn JavaScript, before I learn Django or while I'm learning Django, I'll be able to, once I learn, vanilla JavaScript, I should say, I'll be in a pretty good situation where I have the Python down as well as, the JavaScript afterwards, so that because again, I'm not really looking forward to just working in the front end. I really want to get into the back end, and I know, that you can learn Node.js, but I don't really want to learn PHP right now. Just my own personal decisions. It's not something I really want to dive into at the moment. So I'm just going to stay focused on Python. I'm reading Automate the Boring Stuff. If you check out my GitHub, I think I have a repository on there called like my library or my books. Or I think I have two repositories, like github.com/JohnDevOps/books, and then I have another one where the ending is / my library, my my, that's lowercase, capital L, and then all lowercase IBRARY, my library. So if you guys want to see what I'm reading, you guys can see that there on my GitHub. It's probably like the last repository I've created. I haven't been pushing as much, but I definitely need to start pushing and just building more Python projects. So that's my agenda at the moment, is just to focus on some good Python, get some good Python knowledge going there. I'm looking at my garden. I got a beautiful garden. We got a beautiful garden going on right now. So many different plants going. It's beautiful, but So yeah, with JavaScript, once I do learn JavaScript though, and this is why I rather learn Python first, because I feel like it's just less jumping around for me, where I'd be able to just focus on just Python and Django, and then really just Python, you know, and if we're going in order, Python, JavaScript, Django. You know, I'll use Sass for the front end and HTML and CSS, and I'll learn how to use Django as well. And then when I actually, you know, get vanilla JavaScript down, after, you know, while I'm getting down the Django and the JavaScript, you know, once I get vanilla JavaScript down, since I'll already have that Python experience, I'll be able to go ahead and move on to what I'm going to be using in my career as a software engineer, which will be React, Node.js, and Express.js. And a lot of where I'll be learning these technologies from is, you know, basically like either Free Code Camp, you know, Google, or the website's official documentations themselves. Like React, I believe, like with React, you would be like, if you just go through it and just do what you have to do, and like not only focus on just like one thing. I'm not gonna tell you how to learn, because I'm still learning myself, so, but it's like if you put the time in, like you'll get out what you put in. That's what I've noticed. It's not gonna be quick, so that's why you just got to put that time in and be consistent with it. And like Quincy Larson says, like Mr. Larson says, just keep that forward momentum. So I want to see all of you guys succeed. I want to succeed. That's my goal. That's why I'm putting this out there. You know, I don't like the YouTube channel to be too stagnant and stuff, so I'll throw something out every now and then, let you know where I'm at with it. As for W3 Develops in and of itself, you know, sometimes I got to step away sometimes and just, you know, the dominoes are up, you know, not the dominoes, but the structure's up, you know. So once we go ahead and decide to make a move, I get a new laptop, I'll be able to make videos and stuff, then I'll get that set up. Now let's see here. Yeah, so well, basically you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, that's why I am learning Python first with Automate the Boring Stuff. JavaScript, I really like Wes Boss's course. I really like it. Like, I feel like I really get it. It's strange. I'm not too big a fan on video courses, but you know, some of the guys at W3 Develops in our group, they came together and they all pitched in, and they gave me access to the course. And honestly, Wes, you're doing a good job. Let me do it like this. Wes, you're doing a good job. Like now, I have it. It's like he lets you download it. When I download it, it's like I know that I'll learn JavaScript through that. It's like not something where I'm like I try. You know, I tried on Free Code Camp a little bit. It's a lot of reading. I tried on Mozilla Developer Network. It's a lot of reading. I didn't think I would be the type of person where I would learn more through watching a video. But with Wes, it's different, and again, I appreciate you for that information there, sir. Now, that's JavaScript. So basically, those three resources right there is JavaScript. Well, I'll be learning JavaScript. You know, Wes Boss's course, not the JavaScript 30, the actual, I think it's like vanilla JavaScript course. I think it's beginner JavaScript. Then in Free Code Camp, as well as Mozilla Developer Network. Just so that I won't have to, like, I'll always have to read them in the future, but just so that I'll have that knowledge up there. So I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't know this was here. It's like, I'm gonna know, yeah, it's there, baby. Projects, that's the biggest thing. With Django, I'll be learning that you know, I'll be like watching Dennis Ivy's, he's featured on the YouTube channel page, on our YouTube channel page. Go subscribe to him if you want to learn some Django, Python stuff. It's really good, and he tells you who else to subscribe to. You know, good guys like the Net Ninja, I think the New Boston, guys like that, old timers in the Code Gang. Also, so that's a little bit Python. So, you know, also I'll be reading the Python documentation, like the actual tutorial, the official Python tutorial on their website. As well as Automate the Boring Stuff. and a few other things that are in my library. Then for Node.js, I'm going to be going to the official documentation for Node.js for, who is it, or what is it? So what is Node, React, and Express? For React, I'm going to try to go their documentation. I'm not, I got some guys in the group like Elliot and Tamari who will probably point me in some good resources if I don't, understand it from, Free Code Camp or, free resources out there like the official documentation. But yeah, so I got a good buddy in the Discord. He's in one of our private Discords. Real cool guy. Matter of fact, he's in the W3 Develops Discord too. Real good guy. Carry on. He advised me to just learn Node.js and what was it? Express. Right there on their on their websites, on the official Node.js and Express.js websites. So that's what I'll be doing there. And that's VS Code's my code editor. I don't know what else to say. You guys have a great rest of your day again. Bye. Love you guys. Peace.